What's going on, guys? It's your boy B-Dub, aka BW Cool, aka BWCOOL, aka where the is my beta code for Tokon? Hey Sony, somebody get Arxis on the line because we're fresh off of Marvel Tokon's closed beta sessions, and wow, what a jam-packed weekend it was. I participated in 4 out of the 5 sessions available, and I was able to immerse myself in this game as much as I could. But before that, shout out one time to the homie WDC for catching the code early, which allowed me to stream on Friday's Saturday session for you guys. So big love to my brother, man. Appreciate you, Feezy. Good looks. And luckily, I was also able to receive a code on Saturday morning, which led me to a very sleepless weekend, and I mean sleepless. Bruh, I streamed for pretty much, when I was looking at the count, it was definitely close to anywhere between 14 to 16 hours, because I didn't get to go into the closed session for the second one because I was already tired from the previous day and I just needed to get some rest. So without further ado, man, let's get into it. Marvel Tokon. First of all, it was clean as fuck. I gotta say that everything with Tokon was really beautiful to look at. From the stages, the background, stage transitions, like, you know, just the art, how it animated, it was just really vibrant, and it just gave that nice feel where it's like, yo, this is a modern Arxis Marvel game. Characters doing their super looks like the panel of a blueprint kind of coming to life, because you can see it's the border of it and it gets all kind of like white with these bluish lines, and it just makes the supers look really fucking good. The ultimates are crazy as fuck, just like off the top, Doctor Doom and Star-Lord, and it's gotta be Storm. Those were my top 3 favorite to look at visually. Just how everything was happening, shit was clean as fuck. I cannot lie, bruh. And I can't forget to mention Miss Marvel and Iron Man's, because they were super fucking funny. When you look at Kamala kind of just like grab a motherfucker and then just start throwing them on the ground, that it looks crazy. And then she does the little Beerus flick where she just hits you with the little, you know, that's just pretty crazy. And Iron Man's too, because I thought it was a super where it's like an install, but it's actually just like a 3-hitter quitter, and it just knocks the fuck out of the opponent. So they were really fun to look at. The audio was cool. I liked the big clankiness of it. I can't hold you. The noises when you hit your opponent, it like when it connects, you can just hear that, just like the it gives it that feel. And it kind of reminds me of a little bit of Fighters, honestly. It's a little more heavy though, like when it lands. I'm trying to find the game, but Fighters is probably the closest comparison I have at the moment. And one thing that I noticed, even with the sound effects of it, it was like Doctor Doom was hitting Cap's shield, and off of the metal hands, you could hear it sounded like metal pipes clanging. It was really cool, like how the beam sounded. Everything sounded real crisp. I definitely dig that vibe. The music was tight too. I fuck with the music. The music definitely made me feel like I was in like a jam-packed kind of like action. This is a whole battle going on right now. Like, it was just kind of just get you pumped type music, you know, for like a fight. So I dig it. It's cool. I don't know if it's super memorable. I'm trying to remember some of the like themes, but Caps was probably the best one, because I think that's kind of like the main theme for New York. So I like that one a lot. Moving on to some characters, straight up Storm. She was the one I spent most of my time with. I really truly enjoyed her, because I mean, for real, straight up, that's baby cakes for sure. Can't even hold you. She's like super well animated. Her animations when it comes to the supers and specials that she does is just like, it got that aura, man. And like a lot of her specials are super crazy. I really dig the down on the ground. It's the tornado, and then it kind of ties in with her unique, because her unique is like, you know, you can kind of just control the proximity of things that are happening, your character, your opponent. Like her tornado, if you do your down in the air, she basically does this ice ball, and man, that ice ball is super toxic, because now you're flinging this ice ball by the power of your unique special and making it kind of like, you can make it curve, like go left down, or make it go up left or right. You know, you can kind of just make it swerve so you control it. And along with moving your opponent, if they're aerial, you know, or grounded, you know, it kind of leaves for a lot of unique situations happening. And I really dig Storm. Combos with her felt very natural for me because I was doing shit like not the auto combo routes, but more so like when you like think of it like fighters, right? You dash and you get your crouch and medium, stand medium, like heavy launch, or like heavy jump cancel. You know, you kind of freak it like that. And a lot of it I was just kind of just using it to kind of get me in a situation where I would just do an auto combo in the air to kind of close the gap, because, you know, combos adjust. But I would start doing it towards the end of the sessions. She has like, if you do 2H, right, you do super launcher, then you go all the way to the air, you can do EX tornado and use your unique to bring yourself down. Really funky stuff, yo, really funky stuff. And it was just, it was crazy how she was just moving and zooming when you had like control of the unique. So that was really tough, man. I really enjoyed Storm, nothing but positive feelings about it. The character was schmoovin'. I didn't like the aerial though. That'll lead me into the next thing, flight mode. The next character I played with was Iron Man, and flight mode for Storm and Iron Man was kind of wonky for me. So flight mode in this game, you have to hold up. When you hold up from neutral, you're thinking like, oh, maybe I'm trying to just like up back or chicken guard, right? So you hold up, but if you hold it for just a little too long, you activate flight. So that was throwing me off, because now when my opponent gets in the air and just like does jab or calls an assist, I can't block, and I'm just trying to make myself land. And from what I could feel, I wasn't able to look up a whole lot of guys because I was just so into the games. I didn't know how to unfly outside of pressing a button. And you can make your body move so when you press that button, you fall with it in like a funky way. If you were like going down forward or forward, you can kind of manipulate it. You can also do it with the unique special that Storm had, but with Iron Man, you can do the same thing. You just didn't need that. If you move a certain way, you can, you know, force like an overhead mix-up. Those things aside, with flight mode, Iron Man was tough as shit too. His unique smart missiles was probably my favorite thing to do. Once I figured out how to do it, I was like, damn, I forgot the fucking inputs, and I was just doing like unibeam. I tried to make the rising knee, kind of the Vegeta thing he has, come out, so that was cool a couple times. Like if you EX it. He has one that's like the what is it, the light version, where it's like just a normal straight forward, so it's like a bull attack, kind of like Charging Star. And that one was pretty tough. But smart missiles is where it was at. The smart missile setups, if you kind of break your combo or you just hard knockdown and you put like an assist to cover it, and then the smart missiles come out, boy, it gets real mixy. And I was like, yo, finally Iron Man feels pretty good to play as, even though it's still early. Like, I really felt happy having these two flight mode characters kind of like be able to put pressure on your opponent and making them guess, you know. Who's next? Cap. So what do I want to say about Cap? The nicest thing I can say about Cap is he is the Ryu of this game. He's basically your natural all-arounder, you know, basic guy, you know, main character, basic guy. So everybody knows how to play. He has a special. Granted, before I say this, everybody has a fireball forward, everybody has a fireball back, everybody has a dragon punch forward, everybody has a down input, and everybody has those. So for him being normal, quote unquote, it's just more so like, you know, the stuff he does is very normal. It's very vanilla, you know. But you know, you have your shield, which is fireball light, DP to get off of me. You know, the DP's pretty good, can't hold you. You can confirm off of it, I think, if you do assist or if you just do the EX naturally. So you can pretty much follow up with a combo if you need somebody to get off of you. I don't know if there's iframes. I was trying to make that sequence happen with Iron Man and Cap with like the rising uppercut, the EX version. So I don't really know how consistent that is on if they're gonna make it iframes or if it's like air invulnerable, you know. When you fling in his unique with the shield skill, bro, you could like toss the shield, make it come down like on a hard knockdown, and then they have to block it, and then you cover assist. You could do some funky stuff with that. I really like that, especially even from far distances. You could do stuff like throw shield. It'll bounce around like once or twice off of corners or like the ceiling or the wall, and then it comes back to you. But if you press unique again, he gonna kick that hoe and it gets sent flying back, and you can do like a ping pong kind of effect with it. It's really funny. It's really cool, and I'm glad he has some shit like that. It reminded me of like some MCU shit where Cap would just throw his shield and it ricochet, and he just hit that hoe and it go back and it ricochet, and then he just catches it like, oh, yeah, I'm Cap, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, it was really cool. But as basic as it was, one thing to give Cap notice to was that he didn't feel as floaty as like Storm and Iron Man. That's how it felt for me. I feel like Cap was a little bit more neutral. I don't know if they have different kind of flights or like how that works. I didn't play Miss Marvel, but Cap felt very just like medium. You know, he didn't feel like too light, he didn't feel too heavy. He just felt medium. And lastly, Doom is the characters that I played. I listed them in order: Storm, Iron Man, Cap, Doom, because those are the characters that I played. Doom, I didn't get the most as I wanted out of him, and even when I got my hands on Doom, I ain't gonna hold you. In a game like an anime fighter like this, I want to run. I want like a dash, like I can run forward. With Doom, he doesn't have that. He has a teleport, so he'll do the M. Bison joint where he just you know, he'll just get behind you and then block this mix, motherfucker. You know, so it's like that's how that worked. But for me, when I try to get confirms, I just couldn't fucking get over there. I didn't know what to do. I don't know if I had to hold the two light medium just light medium to dash. Like, I don't know. I just couldn't get like combo confirms with him, so he felt very weird. For me, I utilized him as an assist. His assist with the laser call, boy, if that's like not the future of missiles with what we dealt with in Ultimate, lasers feels to me like the second coming, because it's like being able to throw that out there, and if you do it the right way, like you call it and then you tag out to make it safe, or if you just point characters different and then you use them as your fourth assist and then you call it and you keep it safe, you can put a nasty mix up on your opponent by just putting them in a hella blocks. Then what happened to me for most of the times, it was really 50-50, but I feel like I failed more than it was successful, was it would get snuffed. Because it has such long startup, it stays there, it'll get snuffed. And if you get hit before it like starts to like kind of blink like it's about to shoot, I think if you get hit, it'll stop, it'll cancel the whole thing. I didn't like that too much. Does it make sense and I think it's fair? Yes, but I didn't like the fact that it was like, I really wanted to just do nasty stuff. But I figured they obviously thought about that. So yeah, if you get hit before it even gets out, it's your time to act. And I think that's what a lot of people noticed and immediately tried to do, which was pretty much the right thing to do. So, and another thing with Doom was his barriers. His unique was pretty cool. He can make it appear, and he basically puts you in like a fucking Aegis reflector loop kind of thing. Like, cause you could be like mid-screen, he summons it, it bounces off of you, you hit him, assist confirm, or he'll just get hit, he'll hit you and then you launch, and then it's just like, I was like, yo, there's some freaky stuff right there. Like, throwing out the barrier is kind of toxic. When I was playing Doom against like a Cap, like when I was Cap playing against like a Doom, and I would try to throw my shield, the barrier nullifies everything. You try to get in, you're gonna get hit, and then you can call a assist and just combo off of it, and it's just like, yikes, you know. And I think that barrier can lead for a lot of good potential with him as far as combo extension goes. We just need a little bit more time with it. That's all. And I'll keep this next section really quick because I can't really speak on it just based off of only what I saw is what I can speak on. Star-Lord and Miss Marvel, dumb crazy. Nothing but mix-ups and rush them. Obviously, I fought against them. I didn't really like it. I don't approve of those characters, especially Miss Marvel. She's very unga bunga and gets in your face with the hands. You know what I mean? She can close the gap like that, and it feels like you get put in a lot of okie situations because she'll hands get over there, and then it becomes a mix of, is she gonna mash crouching light? Yes, then block low. What's the mix? Try to find a punish. Makes sense, right? Or she'll do that and try to do some like stagger, or I don't know, see what you're gonna do, and you can mash light in response and punish it. Now if she's closer, you can punish because there's some like recovery with it, so perfect. But if it's from long distances, she's gonna just come over and then she's gonna immediately just put pressure on you. And I was just like, how do I respond? Now if they know you're gonna jab, then they got instant overhead, either EX or regular version. Now I get combo. What you gonna do? So I didn't like that at all about Miss Marvel. She can get her shit 2H'd. She can cover it with assist though, so there's some things with that. On to Star-Lord, again, same thing, mix-ups with Rushdown. Boy, he was doing ice gun, and it would cause the character to like restand. You could do like super, and if the ice ball or something was already out there, you get a fucking second super, or you can combo some extra shit off of that. I was like, yo, what's happening? Like, he got a lot of sauce with him. The one cool combo I love is if you get a 2H with him and then he goes all the way into the air, you do ABC ABC down kick, and you fall with the Dante guns just doing the twirl. It's crazy as shit, and I think it is based off of height. So if he did it regular, obviously the guns will hit less, but if you're that high up, you're shooting more bullets, more hits are coming in, it's gonna do more damage. The illest thing ever. Star-Lord definitely got sauce. Kamala's cool, but I just don't approve of those characters. Now, the next thing I wanted to talk about was the combo limit. I actually like this. It leads for good mix-up potential, and you know, the assist cools down the bar, the auto combo fuels it, and you know, as I kept playing, I started to feel comfortable because by forcing an auto combo towards like the end of my regular combos, it made the combo break, so I tried to force those breaks in those situations. Now, the only issue I had with this is, like, let's say for example, I start a combo and I try to confirm it into a quarter circle forward special, into quarter circle forward super, right? If I wasn't aware of how I started that combo or where the combo limit was, me doing the special into super thinking it's gonna land leaves me in a fully punishable state. So basically I do beam and then they break, and then I do super because I'm thinking it's gonna hit. They fall, they recover, I fall, I'm still in recovery state, and now the opponent gets a full combo, and it just leaves me like, okay. So, you know, I'm just like stuck in this situation. I'm like, shit, I gotta always watch for the combo limit and make sure I know where I'm at with it, and like kind of like counting the hits, you know, or like how the meter feels. And lastly, I just want to say that the combos are accessible. I think that that's good though for the audience that's trying to approach the game. It's a 1v1. They're gonna tag, but they're not gonna like tag. At face value, to the people outside looking in, they're like, yo, Marvel, like hype off of Rivals, hype off of MCU coming back, hype off of Long Live Marvel vs. Capcom. So this is technically the next Marvel vs. Capcom without Capcom. It's a 1v1. They're not gonna be doing all that freaky shit. But, and a big but at that, them being accessible makes me cringe a little. It does make me kind of like, like, why is it that like, I'm trying to think of like, damn, what is this guy gonna do? I'm like, he could go high, he could go low, he might jump, he might cause this. Let me just try to, he just jabs. And then because you jab, you do it again, 2-3 times, full combo. And I'm just like, damn, you get rewarded for just, you know, not thinking about it. I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna hit you, and you ain't gonna do shit about it. But, you know, it's just like, I guess, you know. And another thing is, assists kind of felt weird a little bit for me. Like, I felt like you had to sit naturally before calling them. Like, I would call Iron Man assist and he just wouldn't come out, or he would and like now he appears in the air even though I wanted to call him on the ground. I'm like, what the hell? It kind of just felt like you kind of needed to wait, like after blocking or walking forward, you have to just, then you call it, you know. And I'm like, it felt inconsistent. Maybe I was looking at my green bar, but that's how I felt about it. And now in combination with that, with tagging and your assemble mechanic, you know, it's a nice little unique take on it, don't get me wrong, but the assemble bar didn't make a lot of sense to me outside of using them for like crossover counters and combo breaks. Like, I would really need to sit down in a training mode without mashing to understand how those sequence of like events work, you know. A lot of the time I found myself breaking a combo and mashing assist to keep the extra part of it going to extend, and I think I landed maybe one counter combo breaker in response, but all it did was reset neutral. Now, the way assists work, it's a little different. So you have your forward assists, and examples like Tony and Doom, they have a beam. Cool. Miss Marvel's like a hand extension, you know, Cap throws a shield. Perfect. It has to be a forward assist. Anti-air, not need explaining. Cap and Iron Man, rising knee, uppercut. That's your anti-air assist, right? I think Doom's is like an anti-air beam, I think, something like that. And then you have your trap assist. Doom's is crazy good because, as I said, it's the fucking laser, you know, summon down and let it rain on you. Or like Star-Lord, you know, he throws out the grenade joint where it puts you in a bag. So it's like, now you have your trap assist. So you got 1, 2, 3. Now, when you're in a combo and you press the assemble button, that character comes out on the ground or in the air doing a forward type of attack that kind of puts the opponent in a bounce type of like juggle state, which allows the combo to continue. This also lowers the combo limit bar. Some cool things to note are like, how do I say, like you can use your anti-air assist, right, in the combo as the forward extender, even though you're not doing anti-air assist, you know? So like when the combo ends, right, you're still holding on to your actual forward assist or your trap assist to put into the next setup on wake up. However, this also makes combos feel similar based off of how you confirm them, you know? Like that sort of kind of worries me for the creative part of the combos and like how Tokon's gonna work out. But I guess only training mode and more characters will really tell. I just don't want like Tokon to evolve into like the type of game where, like, I guess even if you're optimal, you kind of see the same type of combos over and over again, you know? ABC launch, ABC down, assist call, ABC launch, ABC down, super, you know? And that's kind of where I was at with it, because I was like, fuck, I just want to hit this motherfucker because I'm not trying to die. I'm not trying to lose. Like, I'm trying to do the saucy stuff, you know? Also, another thing I wanted to mention was the meter. I never really paid attention to it too much because, like, I wanted it for, like, super enders, but, like, when I was in a combo and I didn't have the meter, it would just let me, like, you know, do a down ender or something, and it was just, you know, neutral reset. But, like, once you get access to your third and fourth slot, you know, it allows your meter to build up. So now you go from, like, 100 to 125 to 150. But, you know, like, I feel like personally, let me just put this out there, whenever we do get like a super Marvel Tokon or an ultimate Marvel Tokon, you know, it goes from 150 to 200. Because think about it, when you do super into super into super, that's cool, right? But could you imagine doing super into super into super into super? Yo, or wait, hold on, think about it. Super ultimate? I'm just saying, that shit would be crazy. Oh, and also, I'm pretty sure characters switch sides as rounds progress. So just one more thing I wanted to mention. I like Arcs is doing that. They're making an attempt at switching it up, and I kind of like that. It's keeping it spicy, you know? But yeah, I think that was everything I wanted to mention. It wasn't really more so like a pros and cons list. It was kind of like just me just thinking about everything in one sequence of like events and how it all transpired. I think that's everything I saw and I can remember just off of the top. The game, final closing thoughts, it really just feels like Fighters. Like, it feels like Fighters, kind of Guilty Gear anime fighter kind of vibe, you know? I mean, it's Arxis, you know? It's like, if I could put a word to it, Marvel Fighters 2. It's Marvel Fighters 2. Don't get me wrong, it's not MVC, but it is MVC in the concept of it, but it is Marvel Fighters 2. I really wish we had more time, man. It kind of felt a little weird with the 3-day weekend thing. I'm not going to get into that. It's already played out. We get it. It was limited. There were sessions. They added one, so that was nice. But because it was so limited, I was like, I don't know when this game is coming out. I need to play it now. And I played so much of it that I was like, I needed to rest. So I even requested off for this. I wish I knew before I requested off for Tokon that Silk Song was coming out. So I could have played Silk Song on Thursday, had Marvel Tokon on Friday, but I never had a code. So it was like, a lot of it was happening. But again, shout out to WDC too. Was able to play the day one joint, but I just wish we had more Tokon. I saw that Twitter was talking about, who would you like to see now that we have the closed beta out? You know, who would you like to see? And I already know me, just off the top, right? Maybe top 3, 5. Hulk, Wolverine, Deadpool. Blade Moon Knight. Fuck it. That's all I could think off the top. You know what I'm saying? Like, or Mags. Give me Mags. Blade Mags. I love Moon Knight, don't get me wrong, but Blade Mags. That's the top 3. I really want to see Logan. I really want to see Hulk. I really want to see Deadpool. This game is too hype. If you guys made it to this part of the video, please let me know in the comments who you want to see. That was my kind of 5, 6. But yeah, that's who I want to see next. So if they announce it, I really hope they announce it in batches, so it's not like, here's Logan, all right, peace for like 3 months. You know, that's not enough. That's not enough. Please, like, show me Fantastic Four or something, you know. But I hope it's in like batches of like 4, kind of like how they did this. Well, actually, really, hold on, let me fix that. It was 8, but we got 6 for the beta. So hopefully they announce it as like, you know, here's 4 characters. That would be really cool, or like a trailer. That'd be pretty hype, can't hold you. But yeah, overall, I enjoyed the beta. I'm really excited for the release of Tokon. Like, I just really want to see who they add next. I want to see what the next moves are with maybe a second beta. I just want to see what they got planned, hopefully to a release date. So we'll see. But guys, I ain't gonna hold y'all too much longer. If you made it to the end of the video, I appreciate y'all. Show some love in the chat, show some love in the comments, subscribe to the boy, and I am out. Peace.